One of the most important things to understand about the Kabbalah Center is that it isn't part of mainstream Judaism, and that it doesn't represent centuries of Kabbalistic scholarship, but rather the idiosyncratic beliefs of Philip Berg, Karen Berg, and Michael Berg. Another thing that's very important to understand about the Kabbalah Center is that the people they call rabbis, which is a word in Hebrew to describe a teacher, a rabbi, the Kabbalah Center rabbis do not have the same requirements as rabbis within Reform Judaism, within Orthodox Judaism, the OU, within the conservative Jewish synagogue movement, or Reconstructionist Judaism, or for that matter, ultra-Orthodox Hasidic sects that have a process of learning and ordination which is called a shmicha, or rabbinical credential within the Jewish community. And the Bergs have no particular educational requirements for Chevra that I'm aware of. They don't require a college degree. They don't require a seminary degree. They simply require that they perform according to their dictates and to their guidelines. So you have people that they could be coming out of the army. They could be coming out of any walk of life and come into the center, do courses, become involved with the Bergs, and then they could be declared Chevra. They could be ordained by the Bergs and called rabbis. What these honorific, it seems to me, titles mean outside of the Kabbalah Center is not clear. To me, having worked in the Jewish community for many years and worked with many rabbis and Jewish educators, I'm aware of what it takes to be a rabbi, of what it takes to be a Jewish educator. And the Kabbalah Center Chevra and the rabbis that they have there, some of them have college degrees, but many of them have no particular credential from any accredited university or college or any recognition really outside of the Bergs and the Kabbalah Center. What you have in the Kabbalah Center are rabbis who are rabbis because the Bergs say so. I say you are a rabbi, and therefore you are a rabbi. Because you agree with my philosophy, because you have attended the classes in the Kabbalah Center. In this sense, it's kind of its own universe, where that which is not a rabbi in the real world is a rabbi within the world of the Kabbalah Center. That which is the Kabbalah in mainstream Judaism for centuries is suddenly turned on its head and becomes something entirely different within the Kabbalah Center. So I think that's important to understand, because as people come into the Kabbalah Center, they are in awe of the centuries of Jewish history. They're in awe of the centuries of Kabbalistic study, and they are in reverence to these people that are being called rabbis. But in reality, what they are seeing is simply valid within the Kabbalah Center and invalid to the organized Jewish community and the larger culture of Kabbalistic study in the world. The Bergs are a legend in their own mind, but they are not a legend outside of the Kabbalah Center. And the reverence that is demanded for the Bergs may be exhibited within the Kabbalah Center, but there is no reverence for them in the same sense outside of their centers in the real Jewish community and amongst credible Kabbalistic scholars.